Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. It's a subject matter that I've heard a lot of people talk about, different social media platforms, friends and family talk about it. And it's asking a question that I think a lot of people should probably run by each other. And that question is, how much money should your man make? Because, all over the bubble, you hear people talking all the time, well, I want the man to be able to make this. I think he should pay for this. I think it's his responsibility to make sure these particular things are covered in the household. So I want to have a discussion in regards to, everybody be honest with each other. How much money should your man make? And be prepared to explain at least why. Instead of what I think, I believe. Shit, we got to go a little deeper than that. What you think and what you believe. But it's going to be a real good discussion. Again, it's Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Feel free to call in. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my house producer, DJ Lab.
Oh.
Lab all over the place.
What's good? What's going on, bro? I'm sorry. I was trying to see what that fan was going to do, but it was kind of throwing me off a little bit, so I had to turn that thing off. I don't know. We'll see. If it get hot in here, we'll turn it back on.
That's all, G.
We hot boxing in here.
Yeah. No, I'm putting the number on the Instagram.
Okay.
Right now we're streaming live.
Let me pin this number on this one. Okay.
Yeah, we're streaming live.
I was able to pin it today, Rick.
Also, what's up to my other producer, Slick316. What's up, Rick?
That's what's up.
What I about to say? Right, well, on Change Lives, we talk about personal and professional development, family, parenting, and things like that. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Change Your Lives YouTube channel. We have over 600 videos on the YouTube channel, a lot of great information. We had the channel over 5 years. Make sure wherever platform you're looking at us on, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, go to the YouTube channel, Change Your Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden on YouTube. Most of the time, if you're looking at another platform, in the description section, if you're on TikTok, you can go to the bio, hit the YouTube link. If you on the other platforms, I know in the description section, you should see the link to the YouTube channel in there. So please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and definitely check everything out. So again, tonight we're asking the question, and again, remember, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. And listen, let me say this. Even if he ain't paying that or he ain't doing it, if you just want to discuss it,
right.
Remember, make up a name: Red Rover, Orange Turtle, whatever the hell you.
Your secret
Yeah. Luscious from the hilltop, whatever you want to be. Just call in, let's have a good discussion. Again, we're discussing how much money does a man need to make. How you doing anyway, Lab?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Thursday's the best day of the week, right?
All the time, baby, all the time.
I'm doing good. Just trying to wind down. I had to go to the office today, so one of them days.
Ain't no fun. We got to go into the office and stuff. What you think about tonight's subject matter?
I think it's a subject matter everybody has a differences of opinion on.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, they say, my mama told me. Who is they? We don't even know your mama. And why they believe that? So, it's a differences of opinions. We'll see what happens. See if we get that phone to ring off the hook a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I got Birth DWA saying you shouldn't be drinking that's bad or smoking. Well, I gotta have a little fun. I gotta have a little fun and stuff. Like, you are right, and I'm right too. So I appreciate the concern. But what I do need you to do really is tune into the subject matter what we're discussing. Thanks for the concern, but definitely what we're discussing in regards to how much how much does your man need to make? The thought process is, like I told you, I've seen a couple of posts and videos on social media in regards to different things. Well, I feel like a man should do this. I feel like a man should pay for these particular things.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of things, especially you look at it from a traditional sense, where you've seen, over the years, Papa and did. They, pretty much took care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Mama, Big Mama, she stayed home and took care of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was cool when, you know, mortgage was like $50 a month, you know, and you fill the grocery
Right.
refrigerator up, you know, for $20 and
You
stuff.
can't get a carnet for $20 now. So.
Exactly, but you know, but that's with times changing. You had to kind of evolve with it, and I think that's one of the things. I think people, you know, where we are now, people want to look at everything from a traditional sense when it's applicable to them or what they care about.
Right.
But they don't necessarily want to look at, hey, what we currently are, you know, just make that adjustment. Like, nah, we can't do that anymore. It's just birth DHWA, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Enough to pay the bills. That's your answer. How much does your man need to make? Enough to pay the bills. And well, that's a general answer. Enough to pay the bills. But that's the thing about it. You in today's world, let's be honest with you. When you start adding in bills, especially talking when you have a family in, I don't necessarily know if it's realistic to have one person income household.
Yeah, not today. I mean, it's possible, but that one person you have to make an astronomical amount of money. Alton Lagarde, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
What's up, Al?
Says, you know him? Said hello from South Florida.
What's going on, Al? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I talked Alt yesterday, man. Alt, don't forget to give me a text, man. I told you shoot that text to me, Alt. You ain't shoot that text to me. Shoot that text to me, man. So I don't forget. I'm just thinking about that now. What you about to say?
Slick said she would appreciate it if he just made more than her.
What theoretically, I think everybody has that aspiration. The person make more and everything like that. But then just say if they do or they don't make more, is it going to be enough to, most important, let's say, you know, to cover expenses? But I think this is what people miss out a lot of times is something called lifestyle.
Right.
So when I hear people talk, because they kind of look at it from all, you know, that vantage point of how much a man should be able to take care of this, a man should be able to take care of that. I don't think a lot of logic goes into that. You know, people just say hypothetical things because they know that, man.
They know what he gonna do and what he ain't gonna do.
Well, they know what the hell he got capacity of making.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, and that's why we want to have these conversations where we can just say, look, I understand what you're saying, what you want or you think is right to do, but is that a fairy tale? Or is that reality? I mean, because what Granddaddy and all them did back in the day, that's cool because everybody in the town worked at General Motors. Everybody in the town was working at that warehouse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So pretty much everybody's on the same kind of income level. Some, you know, somebody daddy might have been a supervisor, but everybody pretty much the same. Especially you start going back, you know, past the 80s. So theoretically, man, you know, pre-80s. So theoretically, like you can't. It's hard to kind of look at that because the actual, from a cost perspective, opportunity perspective, things have totally changed. So just looking at it like, hey, to be able to do that, it's almost damn impossible unless that one person is just making a certain amount, especially if you have kids that's making, you know, X amount of dollars. So then when you say that person should do that, when we say make more, is it a number? That's what I say. Is it?
It's how much is enough, right?
So you know, what's your number?
I mean, numbers vary. I mean, lifestyles vary. I mean, you think about. You know, I love my friend, but she got expensive taste. You know, Slick got expensive taste. I mean,
so
I mean, even her pajamas is expensive. So I'm just saying, like, she's got expensive taste. So her amount of money gonna be net. The person with her gonna need to make astronomical amount of money.
Okay, so putting that in perspective, like what Slick just said, you make 60, she make 50, 55. But y'all got an $80,000 lifestyle. Everything, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gucci, Prada.
Right.
You know, silk smooth and everything like that. Now what the hell we gonna do? Now who gonna open up the OnlyFans page? Huh? Who finna start taking pictures of their toes?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, we always say something else sell better than something else. You know what I'm saying? Let me read a comment. The Real K-Way says that I'm the only one working in the house right now, so honestly, a man should make enough to support him, his lifestyle, and whatever else is connected to him financially. And FUCK Kizzy says there is no number on respect. Right.
Well, that's the thing about it. You know, theoretically, you know, and that's why I want to have a discussion. And guys, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. That's why I want to have that discussion because I think what happens, what I believe, I believe happens so much is that people say something, but they don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, when we say things, we can't avoid the numbers. Because that's the thing about it. We know, see, when you sit there and say, well, man, I want to go on trips, I want to go shopping, I want to do this, and I want to do that, right? And, you know, we want to make sure we got, you know, just say certain they're not necessities, but we act like they are, i.e. cable, i.e. going out every now and then, i.e. concerts, i.e., you know what I'm saying? You know, girls' night, go to the bar, you know, whatever. They're not necessities, you know, just a birthday party. Depending on your income, and we want to be able to, you know, like you said, take care of yourself, but can you do that? And I just don't think them conversations happen enough. Like I said, again, the words, it's just that, the words.
The conversations are had sometimes. I'm going to say most times the conversation generally kind of, well, not all the time, but sometimes. But the problem comes in is when let's say the number is made, and then like in 2020 we had the pandemic, and one person loses that number. You know what I'm saying? Then what happens? Can adjustments be made, or is it still, well, he ain't doing it, so I need to find somebody else to fill them shoes, you know? And then you got to think about on the opposite side, if that one person is making a bunch of money, there are stipulations that come with that. There are stipulations that come with him being responsible financially, especially if y'all not married, if y'all just doing y'all thing. You know, there's a difference on that. Being married to that person and just being with that person, there's a difference. There's a difference of responsibilities, both financially and just period. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you believe that people had a conversation to say, hey man, I need you to make 100,000. I need you to make 150, or whatever. You know, because I think most of the time is the words are pushed out in regards to, I believe the man should pay for this. I believe the man should at least cover these bills. And the problem come over there, what I believe is that you saying something that, okay, if that man takes that on realistically, from his output capacity, you know, can he make that without killing himself?
Right.
And that's the thing I don't think a lot of time people think about. Like, if you know he had maximum output. What I mean by maximum output, he been in his job 10, 15 years, and, you know, and everything with that. Because, you know, again, if you sitting there talking about, okay, I'm married to this judge, or attorney, he's a surgeon, whatever. I mean, you know, that's a whole different kind of conversation.
Right.
But
I'm sorry. You got a lot of comments coming.
Okay.
Kizzy says that financial security and love are two different things. But I don't think we're talking about necessarily. Are we talking about love and being financially secure as the same, in the same bag? I don't think we are. I think we're just talking about in general just making enough to sustain you and the household and the responsibility within the household. Am I correct?
I mean, let's be real. At the end of the day, you love the hell out of somebody, but you want to love them eating steak or love them eating spam. I mean, real talk.
So you want to get cheated on in Brazil?
I'm just saying,
on Bankhead.
I'm just saying. You keep going to your house, ain't no way. She can't get, she ain't got cable. She can't go get her nails and stuff done. You go try to grab that hip. See how that gonna work out for you?
See how that love?
Yeah. Shit. Her hair can't get done. Her nails can't get done. Ain't no cable.
Right.
She can't go to the mall with her girls.
What she needs you for?
Shit. All right.
Right.
But we love each other. All right, then.
The love is going to sustain
Man,
us.
Shit. This ain't no little house on the prairie. No, hell no.
Miss Mixlaw said, I wouldn't want my dude to be stressed out like that. I'm contributing, period.
Well, that's cool. And that's why I want to have that conversation, because, again, a lot of times, again, the theoretical, what I've just been noticing, is that I've read so many times people saying, I want the man to take care of this, I want the man to take care of that. And I just think that's the emotional piece. I think the man should pay the bills. I think the man should do this and stuff like that. And it's cool to feel. I never try to get into a conversation with people and telling people how to feel. You know how I am, man. But my thing is, what you're saying, is that realistic? You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm about to say earlier, like, you talk about a lawyer, that's probably like, a small percentage of the population.
Right.
The median income is what, $30,000.
Right.
So $38,000. So
did it go up to 40?
Just say 40.
Okay,
Let's say 45. Let's say 45 to be.
Right.
At the end of the day, what the hell you expect for somebody to be doing And if you got 1 or 2 kids, they taking care of you more. What you think 45 gonna do? 45 gonna have y'all hungry as hell. I mean, a lot of, food pantries,
Right.
and going to discount stores. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I say lifestyle. So when we say that, like, it's cool, and we're talking. I get the whole part, like, yeah, I want to have this, I want to relax and all that kind of stuff. I just don't think people are realistic, especially ladies. I don't think ladies are realistic about, who they with. Not in a bad way, but you say you love him, but he'll take care of you, he'll love you, but can he actually provide that fantasy fairy tale shit that you're talking about? And when we had these conversations, a lot of times, especially when we start talking about realistic stuff like numbers, having the capacity to be able to generate certain kind of money, nobody really want to get in them kind of conversation.
Right.
Because now you got to be realistic. Just started just shooting out words from your damn hip. What you about to say, man?
The real K-Way said, if you can't buy it 3 times over, you're not making enough. I don't know about it. I just want to restate because I don't how many people are making it 3 times over? I mean, really, in today's society.
But just say 45. But just
Yeah.
say 45K. I'm just saying, dog.
I get what he's saying, though. You need to be able to sustain, regardless. But, I don't know. Let me move on to the next one.
Well, what's
Okay,
next
go
one?
ahead.
Well, see, this is the thing we got to sit there and look at, right? We sitting there saying that at the end of the day, if this person is, they making enough money to pay bills, right? Do that. Do you believe, ladies, answer, call in, 678-740-984, 9894, is sustainability enough? Hell no. In my opinion, hell no.
A little bit over
Gucci, Louis, trips and all that cruises. Hell no. Hell no. Especially when they get on Facebook and they see that girls bent over on a cruise ship. Huh?
Well,
they got sand on their booty. They got sand on their booty.
Right, taking pictures.
Yeah, taking pictures. And she's sitting in her house coat with her, bonnet on her head. Shit. see how that work out for you, huh?
Right.
Huh? And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, when we say these things, he should be this, he should do that. It's a lot of guys that can do that, sustain. And I don't necessarily know how much they can sustain just if we start adding other people to the mix.
But think about the amount of rent house when rent went up in the 2021 stuff. The median rent right now is $1,700 a month.
Exactly.
So you gotta have a guy that's gonna make at least, if we talk 3 times now, you gotta have a guy at least making, $6,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
That's just on mortgage and rent, $6,000 a month. What about the rest? So you talking about somebody making $10,000-$12,000 a month on average?
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like, I just don't think people are actually being realistic about that.
Right.
Or again, even just say if the person you with is generating that kind of income, what come along with it? Like you were saying, okay, it might come some, rules and stuff that to follow. I look at it from another perspective. Like, you got this person, you say, I'm expecting you to be able to make this kind of money, and normally you couldn't. So let's say you go out here and start your own business. You're working you doing more than like you would. Just say you're doing overtime. You gone all the time to do that. Now what gonna come along with that?
Right.
Now you're at home, you lonely. Ain't nobody sitting there. He working all the time, getting you every damn thing you have. It happen all the time.
I mean, if you get 20 people in the room and you say how many of y'all making over $10,000 a month, how many people gonna raise their hand? We're talking about today. We ain't talking about last year or 2019. We talking about today, right now, with the price of eggs being $10 and all that other stuff. Who will be in the room raising their hand, especially with people getting laid off on massive layoffs. I mean,
what is it, like 10% of the income make over 100,000?
Yeah.
Is that? I'm thinking the 10 or 5.
I think 10% is about right.
So okay, so we talking about 2 damn people. You got 20 people. That's 2 people gonna be able to do that. And that's in. But that's the thing. I want to have a discussion regarding. Again, guys, if you got any numbers on top of your head or you feel a certain way, listen, you got to use your name and anything. Like, feel free to call 678-740-9894. That's the thing about it. When we start just throwing out these hypotheticals, well, I feel like he should better do that. You got to be realistic when you want somebody to do something. What does it cost?
Right.
And me being, an accountant, and I'm a numbers person. My brain always go back to cost.
Right.
It's just because what I do. And I understand the average person on they say look at stuff like that. But theoretically, when we gonna sit here and try to put this pressure or put these expectations on people, everything got to go back to the damn cost.
Right.
So okay, look, if I know, to your point, look, that what you're saying right now, gonna cost us, $2,000 a month just where we're gonna stay.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even put in groceries and all. You start adding all these expenses. Can this person really make $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month?
Right.
Just the bare minimum.
Right.
And it's cool to feel like, okay, cool, I got you, baby. I can do this all. That's cool. And again, sometimes that person may get to that point, but just to come out rip those expectations, especially your ass ain't never seen the shit before. Because most of the time your daddy didn't do that. Some daddies did. Some daddies did.
But you think about it. Back then, when daddy was doing it, that 30, 40,000 he was making was like 100,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good money back then. I think about when my granddaddy was working. He's like, man, if I'm making 40 now or 30 now, whatever he used to say. If I can get up that number, I'm good.
Yeah.
But that was,
we
talk about 1985, 84.
Exactly. And to that point, I mentioned earlier, like, damn near everybody made the same amount of money.
Right.
Damn near everybody working at the same plant,
right,
same warehouse, same factory.
Uh-huh.
Everybody was doing it, so everybody made the same, so everybody did what also? Everybody incurred the same cost.
Right.
Everybody had the 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Everybody had the little quarter-acre lots. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was, that when you had a true middle class.
Right.
Like, so, it wasn't like everything stratified and all this other kind of stuff. You had, damn near all the same kind of cars. So it wasn't like a big difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you actually, things were built to fit the actual income levels and stuff like that.
Right.
But now shit all over the place now. So you got so many options out there because, we living on our damn phones. I don't think people look at it. So like I said, when you throw out, I want him to take care of this, or the man should cover that, like realistically, can your man generate that?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know that, hey, look, we might need to work together, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? It's like nobody want to put that, kind of thought into it. They just want to live in this damn fantasy isle about certain things. What you about to say, Larry?
Real quick, I say, at what point should your partner step in to help if they see you're struggling?
Shit, don't wait till I'm struggling. Shit. If you see the water deep and I can't swim,
if you're up to your knees,
shit.
Start paddling.
You ain't my partner. You wait till I'm struggling.
Don't be a lifeguard, life vest or something.
You better not wait till I'm damn struggling. Shit. Shit. What the hell we gonna wait that damn long for? Struggling? Why you waiting the hell we struggling? Because when I'm struggling, we struggling. Shit.
But I'm gonna tell you the problem with that. Me and my ex-wife, we both had degrees. She had a nursing degree. We got degrees, and we were making good money I made good money by myself, but we made good money as a team. But her problem was she couldn't keep a job longer than 8 months.
Uh-huh.
So we build it up. Then she lose the job or quit the job, and it's 2-3 years go by, and it's on me. You know what I'm saying? So
constantly starting over.
It's constantly starting over.
Get the reserves, then they gone.
Right, because you can't sustain. Like, I'm on jobs 10 years, and within that 10 years, you probably had 200 jobs that me telling, but that's just the difference in people.
It's I think a lot of times being married over 20 years, being divorced, and I can look back at a lot of stuff. I don't think a lot of times people have tough discussions.
Right.
Just and a lot of it can be depending what age you got married. Especially in your 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had enough.
18.
Yeah, but I'm saying you had enough life experience to ask about certain things.
Right.
With doing it, but just spending habits and things like that, and people change and stuff like that. But I think a lot of times we don't go into that, and that's why I say like, you know who you with.
Right.
Male or female, you know who you with. So at the end of the day, you know in capacity from an income standpoint. Do they got the damn? I'm trying to find the word. And this way, I don't want to say nobody's smart or dumb or whatever. Can you even put the capacity to even sit here and just be able to generate that?
Right. Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you think on the opposite side of things, do you think that men are more forgiving if the wife can't contribute than the wife would be, or the partner would be, if the woman would be more. Do you think men are more considerate, more understanding that the wife can't contribute than the wife would be if the man couldn't?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
Because we don't. You know, we might get around at the barber shop, sit at a cigar spot, and vent, man. She ain't, like you just said that about your ex-wife. That are conversations they come at, or your partner.
Right.
Shit, man. Women get at it, you know, they'll just sit there, you know, the spot, man, this ain't work, and this, that, and that, talk all, put all,
Right,
you know,
right.
and everything. And you mess up, walk up in the salon, and all the women get quiet. That's him. You know what I'm saying?
You lose your job today.
Yeah.
And by time tomorrow come, you ain't had no job in 6 months.
Yeah. So, and the only time that doesn't happen is when probably your significant other been fronting, and they don't really, they don't be embarrassed, don't do that. But to answer your question, we're protective by nature. So we want to make sure our family is straight and everything. The issue come up is, by my capacity, me at 20, 30, 40, and 50, I'm a different man in regards to what I could produce and provide. And at 20, I can't have the expectations of what I can. Now, I can do a lot of stuff now that I was planning and hoping to do in my 20s.
Right.
But you can't have 50-year-old expectations at 20-something years old.
Right.
And I think that's the problem on both sides. The man sometimes want to do it, but, you know, he's just like, look, man, I just can't. And sometimes, like, you know, especially depending on the young lady might like, well, I seen this and I seen my friend do this, or my auntie or my dad or whoever, just they have expectations that are unrealistic for the person they with. And it's not that the person don't have intentions to provide or have that for you. They just can't do it at that particular point in time. And it just, I can call it ignorant, I can call it selfish, whatever damn verb or adjective you want to use about it. But I think that's where a lot of stuff get lost at, man, because shit, it is what it is.
Right. And then when you add the little sniffling rugrats running around, that adds a whole different cost. That has a whole different level of cost to what's going on in the household in general.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Depending on how many you have, let's just say you have one, that's a whole nother person.
You start putting.
Plus, that's 3 people you got to take care of.
Shit, you talking about from the formula, Pampers, daycare, all that kind of stuff. Come on now.
Daycare as much as rent.
Shit.
Daycare run you $800 a month. I mean $800 a week from what I hear, depending on the size of the child.
Ain't that damn much, lad, but it make you feel like it.
Am I wrong?
I think about $150, $200.
A week?
Yeah, by week. So maybe $250 with a newborn someplace and stuff like that.
Well, I ain't had no small children in a long time.
But shit,
that
lad,
sound like 1990 prices right there.
Yeah. Well, just say if it just, I know it ain't no $800, but I know, but put it to you like this, shit high.
Okay.
The shit, well, you know that, but because I don't know. Well, you got me thinking. I'm thinking about what the hell I was paying.
But see, you talking about what you would pay. We talking about today's prices.
If anybody knows what current daycare prices are right now,
right?
Not creme de la creme, but just regular daycare.
And you do got to add on that the child wears Pampers or not. From what I understand, if they walking or not, so those prices vary by the child. Like the child walking is less, the child got Pampers is more. Yeah.
What's that? $200 a week for a newborn.
Okay, $200 a week.
Okay, so I wasn't too far. I was in the neighborhood, but see, that's the thing about it. Man, shit, that's still a lot of damn money. To your point, just say that's still $800
a month,
and you still like said that's just chilling. We ain't even.
That's so I can get to work and take care of the rest of the bills.
And by the response, and I know people are looking on the streams. The response tells a lot. Because people say, and they say a lot when they congregated, especially females. Well, I feel like a man should do this. But when you start asking certain questions from a mathematical standpoint, well, how much money you think you need to be? Right. Whatever. Now everybody quiet.
What's the number?
Yeah, what's the number?
What's the number? I guess let me say this. What's the number based on how your lifestyle? Not the number for everybody. I guess why I say it varies. The number will vary based on the lifestyle that the person is trying to live.
Yeah, but see, but that's the thing about it. Shit, far the hell out, far the hell, planet Neptune.
I mean, if you got somebody who been, like you said, who been living on the air mattress and got sheets up to the window, you get a bedroom set and some curtains. Shoot, you the Rockefeller.
Yeah, well, that was pre-Atlanta Housewives. That was pre-Atlanta Housewives. You know, Atlanta Housewives done messed everything up. Now we gotta sit here and get all this other kind of stuff and do this kind of stuff. Yeah, you right. You used to do that, go to Target and get a little comforter set, and everybody was cool.
No, Target.
No, you gotta go kill that damn lion yourself. Put that shit over the bed.
Target? Who going to Target to buy comforter sets like that? Yeah, that's what you hear, right?
Pooch.
Right.
But no, man. But
Royalty Beautifully Event say the average man makes about $50,000 a year.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Hell no. I don't think I remember no 50,000. Yeah, I'm back to that. I'm still hovering at 38 to 50,000. I don't think so.
I thought that was a good number because
I think the average man. I think most men probably past 40, maybe 50,000.
Okay.
Past 40.
But younger than 40.
Nah, not.
You don't think so?
Well, a lot of fucking. Excuse me. Well, I just say, oh, now base pay, no, overtime and all that stuff, probably so then. You know what I'm saying? But think about it, dog. I mean, you look at U.S. Census Bureau. You know what I'm saying? It's just, again, you're an educated man working in a profession, so of course it's different. The vast majority of people are not educated. The vast majority of people are not credentialed. They don't have a skill. Extra skill sets like that. That doesn't mean without. But I'm just saying, realistic from a number standpoint. Nah, that ain't the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just say that. Let's stop for a second. Let's say 50 average man. But that was it. See, that's where we kind of get into the gray area. What's the average man? 40, 50, 60, 20, 30. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said when you're looking at it, you just say you with someone. The 20-year-old poochie, 30-year-old poochie, 40 and 50-year-old is different because, as you progress through life, income changes. Lifestyle, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But again, it depends on who you with. If they're realistic about, can this joker at 20-something, I want to do all these cruises and stuff like that, he ain't making enough to do that.
And I guess, let me ask you, Royalty Beautifully Events, is that $50,000 before or after taxes? That's the difference.
What age? That's the thing.
Yeah. And think about this now. I just add up. Right now they say the minimum rent is $1,700 a month. So 17 times 12 is $20,000.
Have your shit gone. Have your shit gone.
$20,400 a year on just rent. So if you make it $50,000 before taxes, you guys what the tax is 20. You the CPA. What the tax rate is right now?
What you mean the tax
rate? For head of household, married, family.
It's a varying number. It's a varying number.
Okay.
By income, I just say 15%. You take 15%. Yeah.
So you're 15% coming out.
You with all your other stuff, we
Right.
either kind of rule of thumb 25%. A fifth of it come out with a quarter of it come out with just put the Social Security, Medicare, and all that stuff. But to your point, you take that out, and so you're looking at that's what maybe like $4,500 gone off to 50, then $20,000. My God, you know what I'm saying? Just start looking at the groceries and all.
That's $7,500 gone. 15%.
Think about that, brother.
$7,500 gone out the 50,000. So that's you know what I'm saying. And then you got the $20,400 for the rent. You left with what, $20,000?
But that's the reason why we had to appreciate that Pookie B 75 said newborn 200. But that's the reason why we're having this discussion though, because that's why I say you saw how many people sit there and say, well, I think a man should make this, or I want you to make that. That shit ain't enough.
Right.
That shit ain't enough. It's enough to, I guess, cover the Netflix and something like that. But it's again. When we start talking to these judges and doctors and lawyers and all that.
But what we talked about on one of these shows before, we had a show about this before. Even if you're making more money, you're still gonna have more costs because you're gonna be buying more things.
Absolutely, but to that point, they still had the capacity if they are gonna do certain things to do. See, it's one thing to have the aspiration to do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? It's enough you got the capacity to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. It's one thing to say, like, look, if I'm an attorney and I want to do some more cases, they're going to cost me they're going to give me $5,000, they can increase their load. If you already know you're making X amount of dollars an hour, shit, even if you add in another 20 hours of overtime, we still looking like that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of thing I just think that, anybody, especially as a female, you sitting there looking like, I want this and I want that. Like, look where you at right now.
Right.
And we talking about just from and I ain't trying to get in, I don't get into all that bringing the table, what you doing. I don't get into all that shit. I'm just saying, from a common sense standpoint, this man ain't making them $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all want to do this kind of stuff and it's y'all family. What the hell wrong with you working? Right. What the hell wrong with you getting out of, you know what I'm saying? And that's when we get into all this, I do this and we do that and all that kind of stuff. How you run your ship is how you run your ship. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If this person gonna take care of that bill, and you take care of that bill, or this, that, and that. I just think the problem come up with all that is we put valuations on the person by how much money they making. Because if I'm making most of the money, I should call the shots. Man, woman, how you gonna come there?
Talking about a whole nother show.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing about, cause that's the reason why a lot of that shit come up. Mm-hmm. Because you hear females say, well, I don't feel like I should listen to them because I'm doing all this stuff. You need to pay most of the damn bills if you want me to do that, and that's the problem. And that's why a lot of conversations come up. Mm-hmm. But it's easy to throw that hypothetical, and that's an emotional remark. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm doing all this stuff and I'm helping you with that, I should have more say. Now we ain't look, just all the roles and all that stuff getting clouded. Now you my woman or my roommate.
Yeah. Royalty Brutally Event says the average man makes about $50,000 a year. Most average men have some type of side hustle. Lion Lady Love 2 says it takes 2 basically to survive.
Yeah. And it gonna damn probably take 2.5. Her side piece, your side piece,
Lord.
to actually get some cruises together.
The side piece ain't contributing to your household. You contributing to theirs. Ain't that how that works?
Well, it depends. They might be spiritually helping you out and emotionally.
Right. Manually helping you out.
Now, but now in all seriousness, just say even when we start looking at again, we're looking at the income, the side hustle and everything again, we still going back to them numbers because I just don't think sometimes people look at their lifestyles. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's some things, again, they not necessities of life. Like, you ain't gotta have Netflix. You ain't gotta go get your nails and all that other stuff done, but you do have to get it done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Like, I don't need DJ equipment, but I need DJ equipment.
Yeah. Because it helps you function in life.
Right.
We can get into all that material shit and all that other kind of stuff, this, that, and that, but there are things that you do for you that make you feel good about you. You understand what I'm saying? And when you get deprived of that kind of stuff, you feel some type of way. We say, well, you don't need that to make your this, that, and that. That shit sound good. Mm-hmm. But if you like feeling good, you like being fly, you like going places, doing stuff like that, ain't nothing wrong with that. But you got to have realistic expectations about what you can and can't do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it.
That's it.
Then if you sitting there saying the person you with is holding you back from that, you feel that's a different conversation. But you try to put that pressure on somebody to create something for you that your ass can't do either. You know what I'm saying? That's where problems come up here. And that's why when I start asking people these questions in regards to how much money should your man make, it goes to more than me. It goes to enough to pay the bills. Now, what's the number? Because at the end of the day, you sit there and say, like, he paying the bills, and when is he gonna be able to go do what he make him feel good?
Right.
You know, what is he gonna do? He gonna come and give you, this ain't the 30s and 40s man that go in there and get half his check and to the woman that she is sticking in her bra.
If I feel like I want to do it, I'm gonna damn do it. I did that prior when I was married for. I gotta make sure my wife good. Make sure her money tight. Make sure she look good first. Hell no, it's me first. Me first. If I see something I want, I'm going to get it. First. I make enough money. I should not have to worry about that.
Check this out, though. Now, what you said with Key, you say you make enough money to do that. If you didn't,
would be me first.
No. I get that. But would you be upset with anybody else outside of yourself? Like, man, damn, man, I gotta help her ass with this damn thing. I gotta get her coffee. I gotta do that. And let's just say if it's let me change this. I gotta get her hair fixed. I gotta go get her nails done. But that's hindering you from, damn, man, I want to go, you know, hang out with the fellas. We want to go on a fishing trip. Not necessities, but
wants.
Hard wants.
Right. But see,
you would feel some type of way because you're depriving yourself.
I guess I don't consider, and I'm not pandering, I don't consider a woman getting her hair done, her nails done. I feel like that's part of the bills because I want her to look good. I want her to smell good. I want her to feel good about herself because if she feels good about herself, it's gonna go down. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like those are part of the bills because I want her to be that way.
Gotcha.
So I got to do what is necessary to make sure she gets that way. Now it may be, you know, a little far between before, you know, it may not be every 2 weeks. It may be once a month that she can go do certain things. But if I need to make sure try to figure out a way to make it happen, that's what we're gonna do. Because I just feel like that's a necessity. I don't want no nappy head, crusty feet woman laying next to me in the bed trying to rub her alligator ass feet on me.
Lab, we gotta be politically correct. we are in a natural world now.
I get it. Don't get me wrong. Natural is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But crusty feet are not natural. Sorry. And I'm not even a feet guy, but it's just something about a woman with little dainty, cute little toenails and stuff done. That's good.
She can't scratch your leg with her foot in the bed.
She can scratch my leg from across the bed. She'll get her feet done.
Your back hits you. She using her feet on your back.
Right. I'm just saying though.
It's
just certain things that, you know, as my woman, I'm gonna want you to do. I'm gonna want you. I want you to smell. So it's certain things that I think are part of the bills. As that's your woman and you want her to look a certain way, you're not gonna be like trying to take humpback from Notre Dame out with you. You gonna want her to do certain things. Like that's part of the bills.
But check this out though. Okay, to that point, I get totally what you're saying. That's part of the bills. But what if, look, man, you know, I got all this and you know she's straight and I put that part of the bills. But now you dragging.
Well, if I'm dragging, if I'm lacking, and I don't get me wrong, I have lacked. It's been plenty times I've been between jobs, and I never the job closed down. You know, in 2008, the job, you know, we had the real estate market. And I've been in real estate.
Gotta answer that question, lad. Don't tightrope on me. Don't tightrope.
If I'm lacking, I would expect her to fill in the blanks.
She ain't filling in the blanks. You filled in the blank for her.
Well, we both.
You took care of that toe necessity, hair necessity.
But
you did that.
Now that I'm lacking.
You lacking. Now you lacking. I'm just saying, you took care of her. You made sure she was straight because you looked at it. That was a necessity.
Right.
And now you're saying like, damn, man, shit, I can't do nothing. I'm crusted. Now you crusted dusty. And you know what I'm saying? And she's sitting there all pristine.
Right.
My question is, ain't you, my woman good? She's sexy, this, that, and that. You telling me that sometimes you don't feel some type of way because you still want to be eye for you.
But see, you didn't see the question, I guess I should have put a context to it, a little caveat to that. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure she look good, but you damn sure I know I'm gonna look good because every day I go outdoors, it's a competition. If she look fine and beautiful, it's a competition anyway. So I gotta stay on my game regardless. But I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna be mad because she's staying on her game. You get what I'm saying?
No. My point with even the line of question is that in life, it's nothing uncommon for you have to rob Peter, pay Paul, or make adjustments to make certain things happen.
Right.
And so when I say all that to say, I ain't saying that you're saying like, okay, you know, you know, a situation where you be jealous with your woman. I'm saying that to say from a perspective of you providing certain things. You make it, you know, which most men, not a male or a man, most men that are, you know, that are taking care of their families, we selfless.
Right.
We put everybody for us.
Right.
And to your point, say, I'm gonna make sure I'm straight. I'm first. But it's hard to have that mentality when you have to be selfless. It's hard because shit gonna happen. And if shit gonna happen,
it's a learned ability.
No. I'm just saying when shit happens, because it's not if stuff happens. Shit gonna happen. You know, hey man, I had to go, man. Damn, Junior had to take care of this.
I need to read some of these comments. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
We got a bunch of them.
Okay, cool.
Slick says people don't want to take care of a grown person. Lion Lay Love 2 says where they doing all that, we help each other. Okay, we're not doing all that, we help each other. I guess Lab is a savage. Of course I'm a savage. I do not think a woman would mind helping her man out getting his hair cut. And then Slick, that was Royalty Beautifully Advanced. And Slick says, but if that's his lady, she should have his back. And Lion Lady Love said, it depends on the woman. So, yeah. I just want to get those.
So, am I the only person that done seen all these damn social media videos?
I see them every
all
day.
these damn women talking about, I ain't trying to work. The man need to make
Right.
200,000, 300,000.
And I need to keep my money for myself.
I ain't never seen no damn man do this kind of shit. You know, unless he got a PPP check. I'm trying to figure out where the hell are these men at that they seeing making all this damn money? Cause you
TV.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause I know you're. You know, I'm just saying, like, again, you have a certain small amount of professions. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Just say if you have, you know, you driving your truck and, you know, you putting, you know, X amount of miles on it and stuff like that, you generating certain, anything is possible. But again, we know how much time got to be put into that. But we just talking about on the rip. Walk in the door, cool, he making 200,000 and stuff like that. That's a very small percentage of the population.
Very small,
Yeah.
and very small. Even with the amount of degrees I haven't reached $200,000. You get what I'm saying? And I have 3. And I still haven't reached $200,000. But the point is, and a lot of times, those are people who are entrepreneurs, start a business, do this, become president of a company. So those people are very few and far between. But just the average guy that you gonna meet at the Flame is not making $200,000 a year. Sorry.
But even the man you talk about, that entrepreneur, you still talking about him 20, 30 years in too now.
Mm-hmm.
You still ain't talking about, hey man, Mr., you know, just hey, whatever, and I just turn the damn thing around. And you got these amazing success stories, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you still talking about somebody that, just like the person that came in at the plant and been there 30 years, that entrepreneur that was the same thing, certain amount of times and went through all kind of peaks and valleys to get to that certain point. But that's what I'm saying, like in terms of when we throw out these hypotheticals or whatever, because, you know, like we, you know, what Slick said, you know, woman helping a man, we keep in mind the context of it is shit. He taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason why we having this discussion, because I'm seeing so many posts and videos regards to women saying, I feel like the man should take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, again, we can go back and forth into the whole, you know, if a man should if he can do this, he should be able to get this, he can get that. You know, at the end of the day, I think everybody can talk a good game until you get there. You know what I'm saying? But just say if this person is doing all these kind of things and you don't have to do nothing, you still kind of damn limited in what you're doing. Now, if y'all sitting there taking care, you know, if you're doing your thing, you're doing, it's really kind of mute point.
Right.
Because y'all, you know, you done came to the point where you're saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, let's be realistic. Let's be real. I believe, my opinion, but I believe it to be a fact, most women under the age of 40, they ain't thinking like this shit. They ain't thinking this shit. Hell no. Under 40, definitely under 35. Hell no. They on some damn fantasy, hip hop, mogul, crazy shit. No, that's not reality, man.
Right.
Well, Mr. Mix-a-Lot say some of these women are delusional. You damn right, they're delusional.
Right.
Seasick and all the above. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, again, we definitely, like I said, under that 35, they ain't thinking like that.
A lot of times, I think a lot of times, and we talked about social media earlier, a lot of times you see the picture of what you want all day, every day, because that's what you keep liking, and the algorithm's gonna keep throwing it in your face. Mm-hmm. But when you come home, the realization is that that's not how you living, and you've been doing this for 45 years. You've been, you know, living for 45 years. You've been working for 20 of them. You're not at that pinnacle that you see everybody else is at. So now you're thinking, well, I got to get a man to get it for me. Or I got to, you know what I'm saying, I got to do this, or he's got to do that. And then you set yourself, then what happens is you set yourself into a bracket to where you feel like you deserve that.
Yeah.
I deserve this. I deserve my man to be making $200,000 a year.
I'm not settling.
Right. I'm not going to settle for the garbage man who making 50. I need John down the street who I see driving, you know, Mercedes every day, that, like, what that one time where he can't start it and his knocking, but you don't see the knocking part because
Yeah.
he cruising past you every day.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of people's perspective, you know, to what Slick said earlier, I do think a lot of people's perspective concrete done got burned. And nobody do want to be taking care of no grown ass man.
right.
And really, most time with men, we don't give a damn. You know, she cool, she nice, she sweet, she work at McDonald's. I got you, boo. Now, you know what I'm saying?
She busted open.
Yeah, huh?
She busted open.
Great. But I'm just saying, like, we more, we don't care.
We more forgiving about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. Women, they don't want to do that because, you know, they like, you know, women are visual. They like saying, okay, yeah, that's my man.
And I'm not
that
gonna say
lad.
all women. I'm not gonna say all women. I'm not gonna group them into the box of all women are that way. But I get what you're saying. Well, some women are that way. I think.
You don't think it's more than some?
What's the number we talking about? Like
Shit.
85%.
I'll say more than half. And when I'm talking about it, I'm not saying that. I don't think most women want. I think people that want somebody that they got to take care of, and I think that's men or women. It's more of a control thing than anything. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put a number on that, but I just think most of the time, people don't mind, especially like definitely over 40. They don't mind probably with somebody and they taking care of each other. It's the part of you caring somebody. Because I can see that you getting older, and I think we got something called, you know, reality is you getting older. Now you done hit 45, now you done hit 50, and you see you kind of be like, cool, I'm retired, he retired. We see grandma and granddad now they got the big ass Lincoln Continental, and they driving every damn well. He retired from his job, she retired from her job. They ain't got to do shit but go visit grandkids and go on cruises. That's cool. But we don't have pensions no more.
No, we definitely.
You know, and people retiring with damn $5,000 in their damn 401k, and they panicking like hell.
They're not matching dollar for dollar no more. They
Exactly.
matching quarter for dollar.
Exactly.
If that.
Exactly. So everybody's stressed the hell out right now, and they trying to figure out certain things. And I think that's where a root of a lot of that stuff. I think with older women, when I say older 40 and up, like I don't want to be. I ain't got time to be taking care of this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I think that, like I said again, it come from being burned with doing that and stuff. But then realistically, you gotta be yourself. And this go for men and women. We can say what I don't want, what I ain't gonna deal with. But at the end of the day, when you have this, you know, picture of what you want to, you feel like you should get. If that shit don't naturally come to you, are you kind of just, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, look, I should get this Model S, da da da, da da da. If that don't naturally come to me, am I reaching?
Yeah. I think that a lot of us, once we get a little bit older, we do realize that the way we think things should be is not the way that they're going to be. You know, I took care of my family, they were my family, so I was my responsibility. But my wife, for a long, long time, I put up with a lot of stuff, and when I turned 50 is when I realized, hell with that, like. It's me. I mean, my summers are limited now. You know what I'm saying? I realize once people realize their mortality, all that bullshit that they put up with, they wouldn't do it no more. Because mortality opens your eyes to say, hey, I don't have much time left. You only get one chance at this. So why I'm gonna waste time arguing with this person or worrying about this or worrying about that, worrying about this bill? I just don't do that shit no more. Okay. I'm sorry for it.
I get it, but that you get your perspective. But do you think a woman that's been with a man a certain amount of time, and she like, shit, I'm saying I done hit 50 years old, I want to go on a cruise. And he's saying, hey, baby, shit, I don't know. Like, well, we trying to do this, that, and that. I don't think they think like that. Like, hey, man, it's time to get a divorce. It's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? And all that kind of stuff. So that's why I say a lot. We have a damn, we got a patience meter and a tolerance barometer that's so damn big, we can deal with any damn thing.
And we do.
You know,
Royalty Briefly Event says she has had men take care of her and did not want me to work, but they was very controlling. So I like making my own money, and whatever a man contributes to me is extra. Slick says the younger people out here now have a different outlook on life. Gen Z, some of them are out of control. That's what Line Lady Love says.
Well, that's the thing about, like I said, you know, and that's men or women. If a woman, she got, you know, you her trophy guy, you know, it's control, you know, trophy wife, you know what I'm saying?
I'll be a trophy husband. I ain't never been one of them before, so I want to try it. Just like for 5 years, like because I can cook. I'm even going to put my resume out here. I can cook. I know how to clean. I know how to sew. I know how to do laundry. I wash dishes very well. You know what I'm saying? I clean up the house. I can vacuum. All the stuff that domestic can do, or domesticated man can do, I can do very well. So, you know, I need some. I don't mind being kept either. I don't mind putting out when necessary. I don't mind doing none of that.
You ain't got that many summers now. You want to
That's why I'm
compromise
trying to
with
be kept for the rest of my summers.
Yeah, you know, shit.
I done worked hard all these other summers. I want my last 20 or so summers to be kept. I don't care how much you make, long as you keep me. You ain't got, it ain't no number.
Well, I tell you, I already got a solution for you.
What's that?
You go to the nurse home and get you one of them old dying white women.
No.
Don't you said you want?
I need her to be active.
No,
Let's put
you
it that
just
way.
said you want to be kept.
Okay,
That's your kept solution. That's
why
your
she gotta
kept.
be a white woman though? Why she can't be black?
Medicare ain't gonna get you what you need.
See, you wrong for that. You wrong for that.
You try.
So you wrong for that.
You try to get some man. What you gonna get on Medicare?
Are you
what
wrong
you
for that?
gonna get? I'm right for that. No hell I
can
ain't.
go down there and go down there in Buckhead somewhere and grab one of them 70-year-olds that's walking around driving their car still. See what happened. See, they want an old young buck. 52-year-old young buck. Come over their house and cut the grass with my shirt off.
Okay.
I don't mind being kept. I've never done it before. It might be an experience.
Lab, you crazy as hell. Lab crazy. We'll see Lab gonna be doing his little Django outfit next year. Yeah.
See, they line up. I am still a savage. I'm doing savage things. I'm planning for the future.
You gotta get that old white lady.
I get her.
You know,
Blow her back out. Then at the funeral, they'll be saying she left all her money to DJ Lab, and Frank, her son, she left the house. Cold blooded. I be like, Frank, you got the house, boy. I'm gonna need to get that con stuff about you.
I need Lab to do better. Well, you crazy as hell.
I need to get that car about you.
All the way.
I'll make sure everything that I'm supposed to get is me. I need to get me.
Yeah, but here's the deal. And to that point, with everything you just said, a lot of times people will want certain things that they can't pull off. Not saying that with you, but it's just when people say that, I want to get this, I want to get that. Like I mentioned, as soon as I mentioned white lady, oh no, why you wrong? But I'm just saying at the end of the day, like
I ain't saying no. I'm saying, well, I gotta start there first. Well, I can't work my way. Well, I say can't get lighter and lighter as I go along. I can't try.
Go try the experiment. Go try the experiment then. Go try the experiment.
I'm dating.
You know,
I'm trying to date somebody kept me.
Man, okay, you see how far that Medicare go. I'm trying to sit here and say, you know, with the real inheritance. Lad trying to sit here and
dang it, man. You just spoiled my dream. You just
I ain't
keep
spoiled
going,
your
you
dream.
dream killer.
I ain't no damn dream killer. What that slick said?
Hold on, let me dudes that's gotta depend on women know they will also have to be okay with all the BS she do, and she know it too. Hey, if she keeping me, BS on.
What that Dave Chappelle was keeping it
I
real
won't even
go
talk
wrong.
when you talking to your side nigga on the phone. I won't talk or nothing. I'll be like, I'm like, who you talking to? You be like, oh, I'm talking to Greg. Oh, you keeping me. I'm good with that.
Ladies, if you hear
it's when I'm not. It's when I'm keeping you and you talking to Craig. If we got a problem.
Why you keep going out of the room answering the phone?
Right.
You know.
Why you keep going to the back?
Yeah,
who that?
Who is Delta's supervisor? Why he call you at 12?
Her show do call you back a lot.
Yeah, dang. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why you got do not answer on your damn call ID? Who the hell?
Yes, Lion Lay Love, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If she doing BS and she keeping me, well, I ain't got to get up in the morning. I can kiss her goodbye out the door. Goodbye, baby. See you when you get off work. I'm good with that.
Laugh sound good.
I have your dinner ready when you get home. But I know what time she gonna get home, so I got all day.
You know what, though? But let me ask you a question. That's you saying that, north of 50. Would you have compromised and did that? You know what I'm saying compromise, but you said would you have done that in your 30s and 40s?
Done what? Like let somebody keep me?
Yeah.
No, because I haven't had the experiences I have now.
Got you. I got you. Fair enough.
So I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Fair enough. And that's why I wouldn't want to
I'm
have.
52 now.
I got you. Well, that's why I want to have a conversation tonight in regards to this, because again, tonight we talked about how much your man need to make. I don't think people have realistic expectation or have had enough life experiences to spit some of this stuff to come out of their mouth in regards to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know me, man. I always say, shit, that what you want, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like, if you ain't normally pulling this or attracting this kind of stuff, you may want to rethink it.
Yeah. I haven't tried to attract it yet. Give me a chance to fail first.
But think about this. How many times have you heard, I don't want to settle for this. I want to deal with God gonna bring me this and God gonna bring me that.
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, you keep still getting the same shit. And it may be, I'm not saying nobody should be cool with anybody mistreating them, but it may be more what, you attracting and pulling to you with certain things. A woman that can get a guy that makes $200,000 or $300,000, they get them all the damn time. Mm-hmm. And they ain't doing that. They ain't doing that sleazy. Right. They been getting them. A man to get a woman that make $200,000 or $300,000, they get them. You might. I ain't talking about the look up. Hey, shawty pay. Shawty, hey man, no, her daddy. I ain't talking about that. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about if you normally dating them doctor women, the one females are judges. I keep meeting this. I keep doing that. Shit, that might be your attraction meter going to that. And sometimes I think people want to be realistic. Like I said, I ain't saying settle, but I am saying the shit you say you ain't trying to settle for, that might just be you. And for male and females.
Right. I guess like if you don't attract, that's not the crowd you travel in.
Yeah.
You definitely have to travel in that crowd in order to attract them type of people.
So I'm just saying that there are some women that, and they ain't talking about no damn, somebody doing that illegal, they prostitute. I'm talking about they always get them kind of guys.
Right.
That's what they get, and it's men the same way. And I'm just saying, like, sometimes you sitting there saying this kind of stuff, like, is that what falls to you normally? Mm. And you got to be realistic about that. That's everybody. Mm. That's everybody. Like I say, I ain't talking about that damn that little Chicken Little with the damn brick fell out the sky. I ain't talking about that guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't never, girl. I ain't never had a man by me. I'm tired. We went to Roof Chris and shit, and he let me pick anything. I ain't never had that.
You might do that, right?
Yeah, But now, but when you're actually attracting and pulling that, that's normal. Mm-hmm. And I just think people want to be, honest about themselves. Like I said, that's regardless of your gender. But I just want to have that conversation because, again, I do think a lot of times we got a lot of people out there stressing themselves from the standpoint of, I want a person to be able to do this. I want to, and again, we can say, well, I just want somebody to treat me right. That shit sound good till you can't go on a trip. You know what I'm saying? Until you can't get your hair fixed. That shit sound good. That sound good.
Royalty Beautifully event says when the man has a lot of money, usually have more than one girl, and because they can take care of you, they expect for you not to say anything. Layla says, I'm talking about the money tree in the backyard. Okay.
No, but again, how if a person, I can't say here. How can I put it? If a person is making a lot of money, everybody making a lot of money ain't trying to, do stuff and control. I do think sometimes if you looking for a certain guy to do these certain things, that those situations usually may come with it, because like I said, it's just some people they got guys it's like they on the same understanding level. Mm-hmm. You make this, I'm cool with that. That's what I normally get. And some guys attract women that do that, and that's just normal. Mm-hmm. Nobody have no expectations of taking care of me, using me, controlling. That's just what they get. Mm-hmm. But if you get this person like, hey, I'm looking for these particular things, the man saying, look, do what you want. This is what I got. These are the rules we're gonna follow by. I'm gonna have these, this, that, and that. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. That's what you signed up for.
Right.
But everybody don't roll like that. And that's just real talk. Everybody don't roll like that. And I think that, again, they don't mean this in a bad way, but I think a lot of times people try to get out their damn lane. You know what I'm saying? And they want a certain guy. Cause like I said, man, You know them few damn, take overtime, take, all this shit without the equation. Just say it ain't nothing but a handful of damn occupations that can command a certain kind of money to provide certain lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? We were without the damn saving for this, and we gonna try to do this, that, and that. I'm talking about just out of it like that. They ain't selling no drugs. They ain't got no schemes and shit going on. They, what I'm saying, they actually had it. And I just think that we can put too much pressure on the person we with and stress ourselves too much with them to meet unrealistic expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that's the case. But listen, man, we got a lap from beer to wrap it up. Anybody got any last comments?
Line Lady Love said, make sure it's legal. Don't nobody want to answer Uncle Sam.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, again, just being real. A lot of times, folk, again, they sit down, they looking like, hey, I want this, I want that. You know what your man can make at max capacity.
Right.
And he love you, he take care of you, he care about you. But he can't do that shit you want him to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not knocking him.
Slick say, it ain't nothing like being able to pick the dude you want instead of dealing with someone because you have to.
Yeah. And the only easy way you can do that if you go to the toy store and pick out that little favorite Ken doll. I'm just saying shit.
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. That's all. Got your Build-A-Bear. Yeah, with a red bow.
Right.
Yeah, blue jacket.
Right.
Stitch it up that way. Got your Build-A-Bear, brother. That's about it.
Right.
It's tough. And that goes for, like I said, men and women. So, again, I appreciate everybody that participated in the conversation. I had a lot of fun tonight. We were discussing how much should your man make. And I hope, leaving out this conversation, I hope it gave everybody a different insight in regards to, thinking outside the box, or even just thinking period in regards to who they could potentially be with, and looking at it in terms of, listen, they cool, but this is where they at, and they may can get another way, but just being cool with that person, or being and also most importantly, being realistic of what the person you with can do. What you about to say, Lamb?
Oh, I just been saying, Lady Love. I was gonna say I don't know no woman who watches as much sports as she does. Like she watch all the sports. I think she watched equestrian. She watched all the sports. She said the Braves home opened the tie 4-4, but she watched all the sports. Like it's just amazing. I don't even watch sports, but she watched all the sports.
What's Lick asking? I can't sound till I answer my own question. How much does it take?
How much does it take, Pooch?
How much it take for a man to make?
Right, how much does it take for the man? Does the man have to make?
Shit, I don't even know if it's a number. That's why I said, like, at the end of the day, I say
answer that question because no one can answer that question.
Yeah. My mindset is, it really just to be able to cover your lifestyle. So it's not necessarily a number with it, but the thing of it is I know me. I know me. And this ain't to run nobody off or anything like that. Shit, I took care of folk down 20-something years. I ain't trying to do all that kind of stuff. I'm almost going to enjoy stuff. You know what I'm saying? My baby graduated in 5 years. I don't need to add no more. I love any grandkids come, but I'm going to pop off for probably 48, 72 hours. We got to get the hell on. You know what I'm saying?
Time to go.
Yeah. So I ain't I'm on some enjoy shit instead of take care of shit. You know what I'm saying? I did that 20-something years, and that shit didn't work out too well for me. So I'm just saying, like, again, and now you got some people, that's what they want to do. But I wanted to have that conversation because I think that far too often people are probably hindering themselves and getting a good person because they had an unrealistic expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your type, and like I said, that's settle bullshit and all that kind of stuff. I don't feel like I gotta settle, but hell, man, you ain't settling. You at capacity.
A woman told me one time, "He too short." I said, "Yeah, but I climb obstacles every day."
There you go. G.I. Joe.
I like tall men.
Yeah.
But
So we ain't finna be hooping, baby.
Right. We ain't playing basketball.
Laugh crazy hell.
We are not playing basketball.
Nah.
Trust me. When we lay in the bed, I'm the same height.
Yeah, there you go.
Scoot up to the headboard. Right next to you, we be face to face. Your feet be dangling off, my feet be wrapped around you. See, we the
Yeah,
same person.
there you go. So you can play bubbles.
Right.
You can be on bubbles. You crazy, man.
Right.
But you know, I hope that answers the question, Slick. Like I said, me personally, I just don't. I don't know. I hear it, but I do think with the younger generations, I don't know what the hell. Some, you know, I'm listening to the conversation, and I even see, you know, classmates and peers, you know, especially women over 40. Well, I feel like this and I feel like that, and I be still thinking like, shit.
That's why they on dates.
Most of us didn't have most of us didn't have daddies around, so I don't know what the hell they be seeing these damn, these, expectations of certain men and stuff like that. And I just think sometimes people just want to. What's wrong with just being cool and being happy?
Right.
Like I said, the problem come up. People be getting used, but they don't want to let nobody know they getting used, so they'll say stuff like that about, well, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But if you got that guy that's going to be able to see and generate that kind of stuff and take care of you, you can get them. You can get them easily.
And if you the kind of woman, your guy going to try to make sure, if he ain't that type of guy, he going to want to try to do his best to be that kind of guy.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, hey, Papa was a fool. They was a fool.
Right.
They got this woman, that family, and nobody said nothing.
Right.
And we get that disclaimer. And if Papa still didn't have the damn money, they still shut the hell up. Papa didn't always have the damn money. Hell no. Papa might have took some money out of his house to put in her house.
Right.
You know, so let's get out of that shit too now. They ain't always just take care of their house now. Hell, everybody just acted accordingly.
Right.
It's just how it was. That's a whole different damn era.
And I know my granddad did it because I met some aunties that was the same age as my mama never.
Boy.
I was like, where they come from?
Granddaddy sit your ass down. Boy, y'all sit down there and go play with them kids.
Right,
we're going in his room
for cousins.
Yeah, we're gonna go in the room for a little bit.
I ain't got no cousins.
Yeah. Shit, I know my granddaddy, man. Shout out to Sonny. Shoot, man, my granddaddy, we drive his little friend's house. I'm out there with their grandkids playing for about an hour or two. He come out fixing his damn belt. You ready to go, boy?
Right.
Okay, yeah, granddaddy. Shit. Whole different era.
Lion Lady Love said, what about the women over 50? And Slick says, but it's a class of women 40 plus who date younger men.
They dating a wrestler. Which one they doing? Dating a wrestler. Which one they dating a wrestler? Cause listen,
they have the illusion of dating, but they actually wrestling.
Yeah, and that's just like we was in high school with a 12th grader messing with us with little 9th graders. He's mature. It ain't shit that damn from. What the hell can this damn 20-year-old boy tell this 40-year-old woman? You know? He ain't doing nothing but beating her down. Beating her down.
Blowing her back out.
Yeah, that's all he doing, beating her down.
That's maybe all she want.
Well, that ain't dating. That ain't dating. You know, because the next thing you know, I mean, they talking about shit. You know, he asked her about Soulja Boy.
Right.
And she ready to go, you know what I'm saying? She ready to go see Charlie Wilson.
When she
like,
turns 65, 70, he gonna leave,
man.
And here I come. Try to be kept.
Yeah, Mr. Therapy, man.
I'm gonna let her blow her back out at 40 and 50 and 60, and I'm gonna slide on in there at 65 and be like, "How you doing?"
Just pushing her around.
Just pushing her around. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure she got a good little stipend.
Laugh crazy here.
Anyway.
Hey, listen, I appreciate all you guys, and thanks for everybody tuning in. We had a blast tonight. But again, remember, this is a Change the Line hosted by your true Deonte Burden. Whatever platform you check us out, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change the Line hosted by Deonte Burden. You can put Deonte Burden in the search on YouTube, and the logo and everything will pop up. But just subscribe to the channel, take advantage of all the great information we do have on the YouTube channel. A lot of great information we have coming down the pipe. The past week or so we had a lot of videos. I did pretty well. We asked about Lamar Jackson and his how. We did ask a question about Eva Marcel and Marcel, whatever, in regards to Michael Sterling about adopting stepkids. But a lot of conversations just like now. I never look at it with my way is the right way. My way is a way. And I just like to have a conversation because I think when people talk and have conversations, adult conversations where we can respectably disagree with each other, we all can grow from that. We all can learn from that. But when we get into you stupid as shit or you you don't know what you talk about stuff, then we'll always be the same way. We'll never be able to evolve with people. So I appreciate all you guys that tuned in tonight. Thanks for the conversation. Love you all. See you next week, and be safe.